Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. We are on the premium expansion. So before we get into today's video, let me just give a quick thank you to GPORTAL for sponsoring it. Big shout out to them guys, really do appreciate it. If you've ever thought about running your own Farming Sim server or having your own dedicated server to play with your friends, GPORTAL makes it easy. They have a real passion for the FS community. That is something that I've personally seen a lot, whether it be on Giants themselves or even other content creators. They have put a lot of time and effort into FS and the community as a whole. Setting up your server is a breeze with GPORTAL. No tech guru needed at all, nothing like that. Just a straightforward interface that gets you straight into gaming without a bunch of headaches basically. Their servers pretty much get set up in under 3 minutes. And you can create your own configuration, which is something that's really nice as well because you can customize it. You can get from slots 4 to 16. It comes with the default mod storage of 1 GB, but you do have an option to extend it by 25 gig, and that is a lot. That's a hell of a lot. So you'd have, I think it's 26 gig by the end of mod storage space on this dedicated server, which is obviously more than enough. It means you can have a hell of a lot of mods with your friends, whatever you're playing on, which is a nice thing because I think 1 gig is probably, depends if you how many mods you want to play, but it's nice to have that option to extend by 25 gig. They also have several server locations all around available, and durations as well. You can go from as little as 3 days to a year. So depending on what you're planning, you can set up for a full year. Get the biggest server as well with 16 slots and have 25 gig. And I like the fact that you can customize it there to pretty much what you want. So managing your server after you've set it up is dead easy as well. They've got a really user-friendly server management via the web interface with countless settings. The servers keep your Farming Simulator 22 experience smooth and uninterrupted, so you can focus on playing with your friends without the worry of lag. On the rare occasion you do find yourself having an issue on the server, it's real people that will respond to it. They've got your back 24/7 GPORTAL have. They've also got the latest NVMe SSD server hardware, ensuring your gaming experience is smooth sailing. So if you're thinking about having your own dedicated server, check out the GPORTAL link below in the video description. It'll get you 10% off your first order. Really appreciate it if you click the link as well. And a huge thank you to GPORTAL for sponsoring today's video. Right, so the premium expansion is finally dropped today. I've been excited for this one. Giants have actually done, from what I can tell, a cracking job. They've offered a lot for this expansion. We've got a brand new map. We've got some new root crops. We've got over 35 new machines and tools, so that's pretty much spot on. I take my hat off if I was actually wearing one to Giants because, yeah, I'm excited for this. So I'm going to do a bit of a mini-series on this now just to try out the new things. I want to see what everything's about. So first off, though, this map is actually called Zielonka. Now, it has been stated that it's inspired by Central European regions. It's built on rich soil, perfect for putting down roots in new crops and businesses. But I think it's a Polish map because the name Zielonka is actually a place in Poland. And from what I can tell, it looks like Polish writing. So I think it is Poland. This is a Polish map. Going to try it out. Like I said, I'm not going to play on this for long. It's just going to be a short series. We're going to try out all the new equipment. I have gone back to basics as well. Something that feels strange. I play with a lot of mods, and at the moment, I've pretty much just got the base game with the premium expansion. That is it. I have obviously got things that make my life easier for recording, like Easy Dev. I've got store deliveries and the vehicle control add-on because we're going to be using it for like GPS. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We've gone back to basics. We're going to use the equipment we start with. I am going to not worry about money. If I want to buy some of the equipment that's obviously been put into the premium expansion, we're going to try that out as well. If we need to put money in, then fair dues. So, first impressions. This is the farmyard. First impressions, it's a bloody small farmyard. Let's be honest. There's not much going on. There's some loud chickens around the back that seem to be very active. But I do like this little thing that they've got. It's pretty cool. He's just sliding through there, but yeah, I like it. I think it's all right. It's a bit of a strange layout, though. I will say that, just because of the fact you've got a small house, small shed, small chicken coop, and then you've got this massive silo that's obviously, it just looks out of place because it's, I mean, I would have gone with an old school kind of silo, something that suits this kind of buildings, and yeah, I just feel like that's a bit too, I don't know what the right word is, but it's suited to like a bigger farm. Something with a bit more money invested into it than this. It kind of looks a bit more aged and older. So yeah, I'd say that that's just my first impressions. So let's have a quick look at the map then. Let's get this all digested. I think that's the best word for it. There's going to be a lot to it. Obviously, we've got all the normal crops, but if we have a look, you can see that these are the three we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at red beets, so beetroots basically, carrots and parsnips. Now, you start off with, if we have a quick look, you start off with, I think it's 46 and 45, which is like this, which will be field 52 and 53. Now, I have purchased 54, and I've also purchased 48, which is going to be red beets. I'm just going to call them beetroots because that's how I know them. So we'll call them beetroots, yeah? We've got 74 that's parsnips. We've got 80 that's going to be carrots. And the reason for that is time of year already that we're in. If we have a look, we're in August. So these are actually the time to harvest, not the time to plant. So we're going to be trying out the new crops, but we're going to harvest them. So we've got 3 fields to get working on. I think only one's ready to harvest. I think it might just be the parsnips. So we'll have to have a look at that. Yeah, it is just the parsnips. So the rest, obviously, need a bit of work. I think they're in the final growth stages or close to, so no precision farmers, you don't have to worry about all that stuff, but we can still obviously apply lime, do fertilizing, anything like that. But mainly the aim is just to try out new equipment, try out new things. Even the productions, there is a few things that I want to try out. But let's carry on. So what I've done is I've got these 3 fields here. Now, there is one that is ready to harvest, which is this field here, which is just obviously standard wheat. But what I want to do with these 3 fields, I want to use them to plant in the 3 crops. So I want to try and get, obviously, the harvested, but then I want to see what it's like to use the planters and everything else along the way. And I think then that'll be a good point after that. I think we'll have seen what I want to kind of experience, which is obviously the new crops. Mouse disappeared. There we go. So if we have a look at this menu, our prices, we can have a look at some of the productions. Now, I imagine on the map there's going to be a lot of stuff that we can do. I've seen a shop that's like we want to make a piano, so I'm not entirely sure on all of it. I have activated the platinum expansion. I don't know if I needed it. I wasn't sure if I needed it activated, so I just activated it just in case. So a lot of these items are going to be, I think, from iron ore upwards. That's the platinum expansion. But we've got potato chips, so as I call them, crisps from where I'm from. We've got preserved carrots and preserved foods, really, which is a nice thing. I think could be something we can look into doing with our harvest. You can see that it's 2,000, 2,000, and then you've got triple soup, which is worth like 4,000 in Erlingrad, sorry, which is actually worth, yeah, it looks like it's the most value in Erlingrad. So Erlingrad, it's 4,000 for triple soup. I imagine that's a mixture of carrots, parsnips, and red beets. We've even got potato soup. So I actually really like this. Like, the soup's idea is it's really good. I could do some potato soup right now, I'll be honest. Sounds really nice. And then we've obviously got our crops. Now, I've been looking at the prices just to see what's going on. I have got the time-saving stock check mod anyway, because I thought it'd give me a good representation of the best times, best prices, and all that. Now, we can have a look, obviously, at fluctuations. It says 525 for carrots, 486 for red beets, and 522 for parsnips. So it looks like really carrots and parsnips are on a same footing. Maybe carrots a little bit more, but not too much. And there isn't any fluctuations for these, unfortunately. But we can see that they are. Yeah, there is a variation, isn't there? Carrots looks like it's the best overall, and then obviously the triple soup's higher. Preserved foods obviously good as well, but they're not as good as the soup. So we'll have to keep an eye out for them. I do like the potato chips. I do like that. I'm going to call them crisps, though. I mean, I know I should call them potato chips because that's what they're probably most commonly called throughout the world, but to me, they're crisps. They really are crisps. But, I mean, that's not a bad thing to make, so we've got that option as well. And let's just go through what we've got. We've got, obviously, a train line, which is really good, and it goes to Erlingrad. And I think down the bottom as well is Erlingrad, so there is a train line. We've got a debris crusher, so that's probably for lime. Grain pool, which is where we can rent the train. We've also got a sawmill for the train as well. Loads of fields. I think there is only, if I can tell, just like one main farmland here. I might be wrong, I'd have to check around, but it doesn't look like there's too much when it comes to farmlands. There's something here that looks like one. So I will have a quick fly around it. So we've got potato processing plant, so it might be a good idea to do some potatoes. We've got a farmer's market, soup factory, so that's something we probably want to have a look at. We've also got the dairy, gas station and electric charging. The vehicle shop is just across the road. Piano manufacturer. So there is something to do with the piano. We've got a supermarket, bakery, animal dealer again, and then preserved food factory. But there isn't loads. There isn't like loads of productions on the map. There is a few, don't get me wrong, but there isn't loads. There's biomass heating plant as well. So I imagine that's just the biogas plant. But let's just have a quick fly around. Let's just take this in, because I do want to start purchasing some of these productions along the way. So that's your store. This is a farmer's market. Down here we've got, it looks like the dairy. So normal essential things. This looks like a farmyard. So it is a farmyard. Kind of like similar though. There's not much else going on. There is a big silo in the middle and then a load of old buildings. Yeah. I don't know. I'll be honest. I honestly think this is the best expansion they've done. Like for me, I know Platinum was really good for some people because they like logging, but for me it wasn't my style, so it didn't stand out. But for this, for the equipment they've added, and I love the idea of adding new crops. I think we've waited for things like carrots for a long time. So I actually really like this, and some of the equipment looks really good as well. So I can't fault the DLC as a whole, this expansion. But like that, I feel like what it is lacking in so far, the first thing I will say, is the farmyards just aren't as good as you'd want them to be. Like you're going to spend a lot of time on the farmyard, and they are very basic. So that's the only thing that I'd say so far that that would be an improvement. It's just better farmyards. I feel like the base game maps have been a letdown when it comes to the farmyards. Nice little football pitch there. I think that's it. Can I actually purchase that? Oh, what's going on? Wait a minute, this is crazy. Oh my god. No, wait. Right, we're going to have to take this seriously now. Go on. Right, let's see if we can score a goal. That scoreboard's going to go up. That's pretty cool as well. There you go. You can even kick it. Whoa! Whoop, whoop. That is hilarious. That's hilarious. I didn't expect me doing this. Oh god, I've got super run on. Too fast for the run. Right, where's the ball? Stop there. See if we can go top bins. You ready? It's going to stop. So I imagine we could play, a game of football, which is, yeah, I like it. It's something completely different. Fair play to him, fair play. What have we got over here? We have got over here, I'm not sure, where are we? So that's the spinnery. So we've had a look around there, pretty much. Yeah, this is the bit, like the block of flats, it's really detailed. Yeah, it looks really good. It does. It's done a good job. Can't fault them at all there, Giants. They've made a decent looking map. Same with the petrol station. A lot of detail to it. Nice to have the option to do that as well. Driving to a petrol station or a diesel station or a gas station, whatever you're calling it. And then this is where we can do the preserved foods, if I remember. So we can buy the soup factory for 135,000, which I'm actually going to do because I want to see what the production's take on it. So we can deactivate it because obviously we've got none of the goods and it's going to cost us money. But I want to know about the soup here. So we've got, so this isn't actually, when you think about it, before I was thinking that the preserved foods was maybe combined with the soup factory, but it's obviously not. So you've got soup factory and then up there you've got, I think it's that one, yeah, preserved food. So they are separated. But it's nice to know we've got somewhere to take this now. We can obviously use these production features. So let's have a quick look. So it looks like triple soup takes in, as you'd imagine, or 3. It's pretty much 300 of each gives you 100. It'd be litres or units, whatever you want to call it, of the potato. So if you take 300 potatoes, it gives us 100 of soup. So yeah. And then it's the same for that. 100 of each gives 100 of that. So nice to know that we can make triple soup if we take, obviously, everything. Potato soup is something that we just need to do potatoes for, but we are going to be focusing on the 3 new crops, even though I do want to do the crisps as well, so we might do that. We'll just have a quick look at what we get to. Just trying to figure out if there's anything else. We've had a flyby down there. We've had to go over there. I'm going to just have a look to the north of the map now, just to see if there's anything that stands out. So what's this here? Piano manufacturer. So, I mean, I could buy it, but I don't know. I mean, do we want to build a piano? Do we want to build a piano? I mean, I said I wasn't going to worry about money, so let's just put a load of money in, just to give ourselves the joys of everything. So let's purchase that. Yeah. So we need to take planks, basically. So we need to make planks to go there, so that's good to know if we want to start that off. This is the store. This is the supermarket. And there's one of the collectibles. So this is an actual collectible. There's these golden apples. And I think they give you 5,000 each. So, yeah, there's a few of them knocking about, which is nice. It's nice that it's different as well, that they're actually these apple-style things. We've got looks like a bakery over there, so obviously that could just be a normal production facility. If we just bring it up, yeah, we got bread and cake. And, I mean, this looks really nice. Really nice. Why do I feel like there'd be, yeah, you just know there's going to be a collectible there. So there's 48 more to go, so there must be 50 of them to collect. Which is good to know. They'll be scattered all around the shop. Definitely. And then up here, this is the preserved food. So I'm going to buy this one as well. There we go. So let's have a quick look at that. So we do get more from that. So that actually gives us a bit more from the amount we take. Because I think if we take 100 carrots, well, if we take 100 carrots, we're only going to get a third, really, aren't we? So it's like 33 units. You could say 33.33333 and so on. Whereas this is going to be 60 for 100, so much better. You get a bigger return on it, but obviously you get less when you sell it. So yeah, I guess it's a balancing out. But it'll be interesting to try all these. Probably sell the bakery. I just wanted to showcase that there was nothing extra on top of that. Looks like we got another farmyard over here. Looks like it's a little bit bigger, especially the farmhouse. So that's something we can purchase. Got chickens again as well. One of the standard silos. And then this is where, obviously, we can do all the wood selling, turn it into planks, which we are going to need to do if we want to get and make a piano. So, yeah. Let's have a look at this one, just see exactly what it's doing. There we go. So, yeah, wood planks, that's basically what we can do there. We just need to take some wood there. Straightforward enough. We'll sell the bakery because we're not going to do anything with that. Train line runs down there. We can hire from that point there, which is good to know. And then you've got a load of forestry on the side here. Can we get into that? Yes, we can. So that is really good to know. And it's obviously convenient that it's close to the sawmill. And then over here is, I think this is to rent a train. Which one's this one again? I think that's just a grain sell point. Yeah, it is. Just a grain sell point, but under the spot to rent a train out. And a load more detail over here, which is pretty nice. And yep, just as I'd expect, another golden apple. They would take a while to find. I do like the water. The water looks really good. Done a good job of that. Let's just have a look where we are on the map. So I think that's the potato processing. Debris crusher down there. Let's just have a quick sneak peek at that. So yeah, straightforward that is. Nothing too special. Let's run over to the potato processing plant because I feel like that might be something worth buying. And then I think we're all set up then. We can start trying out some of the new equipment and having a look at it. I might try and do the parsnips with them being ready instead of doing anything like the harvest. I think that's probably better to do. So let's just look at this final one. We want to deactivate them. And we've got different types of potato chips depending on the oil that we're adding. So this one's with sunflower oil, that one's with canola oil or vegetable oil, and then this one is with olive oil. So let's jump into one of our vehicles. We've got this sitting out here ready to harvest, and I think what I'm going to do is we're going to use a worker, because we don't want to be doing harvest in a week. We've done that many times. We want to focus on getting the new crops done. I was thinking, should we drop straw? I have got my new straw texture on. It looks better. I do. Anyway, so let's jump into this. This is the one, Fiat Agri. Now, first impressions inside. This looks bloody good, doesn't it? It really does. So let's start up and listen to the engine. Yes, I do like that. Everything's working as you'd expect. Yeah, they've done a good job there, but this just goes to show that EDO did a cracking job as well, because there's not much difference, is there? They both look spot on inside. And this one's a little bit like, it's not as loud as well, so it's better on your ears. Yeah, spot on. Cracking tractor. There we go. So let's try the Zeta. Now I know this is out in the field, ready to plant in something. And you can see it's full. It's full of crop as well. But I don't think we're going to plant in. We're going to plant in this field some root crop. So we don't need this. We're going to get back down. But let's try this Zeta out. And for a beefy tractor, size-wise, it's quite old and it lacks the punch, doesn't it? It is a big tractor. I think, is it 150? The other one's 160. So yeah, we'll still struggle with some stuff. But anyway, let's go and get a load of crop. Now, I don't know where we can store the crop. I'm hoping we can store it in here. And if not, we're going to have to just take it directly to, well, the different processing plants. But I think we're going to go and harvest this field. Field 18, because I think that's the one that's ready to harvest. It is, yeah. So we're going to be doing parsnips. Now, we have got this set up here, and we're going to try this out first. When we get, you know, a few passes done, we will get ourselves set up with the bigger harvester. Now, I haven't got any mods enabled like follow me or anything, so I'm going to have to properly do this the old school way. Like, the game's just come out. Yeah, get up to the field itself. So I think I'll drive up to it, take a bit of a shortcut across this field through this track. Looks like there's a few tracks there anyway, and we'll get going. I mean, I am assuming that it is just as straightforward as harvesting. I don't think I need to remove the tops or anything like that. I think this machine will do that for us. We'll find out. We'll find out for certain. Right, so we're all set up. This field to the right there is the parsnips. This is what it looks like when it's ready to harvest. Now, it does say that it's got some weeds in there that are partial. We're going to get a yield bonus of 88%. So we should probably find out the state of these fields. So let's look at the fertilize and lime. So field 74 has... doesn't look like it's got... oh, it's fully fertilized. It's got a bit of weeds. It didn't need lime, and it didn't need rolling. So that's where we're at with that one. God, the old style fertilizer, I'm so used to precision farming that it's very different when you get it all in like that one menu there. But no, I'm interested to see this. This is going to be first time I use parsnips. Now, this is why I've set up as well the vehicle control add-on, because of the fact, look, that is one row. It's one row down there. So yeah, we're going to need GPS for this. But let's get it set up. So I think all we need to do is pipe out. There we go. We can adjust the pipe as well, which is nice. So if you did have a bigger trailer, you can obviously lift it up like that, which you'll probably do. Now we do need to lower it down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear I'm going to set my row, which you can see looks like it's going perfectly down there. That's the ease of using vehicle control add-on. We're going to start her up, and I'm hoping that it contains this. I don't want it to drop it all out, you see, but it is going to. Like, I'm thinking about this now, if you're not a multiplayer, and you've not got a worker, like you haven't got a course plate or auto drive or anything like that, you would have to have a worker doing this. It says it requires a trailer to overload. Now, if we could drag a trailer behind us, that would be fine, but yeah, we need a worker to do this. Like, I don't know what that setup is, but that is technically the same thing. One row. Does that drop to the floor, though? And if not, where would you attach a trailer to that? Because that might be a hitch there, you know. That could be a hitch. Right, we're going to have to try this out, aren't we? We're going to have to know for certain. So we'll bring the trailer over first, and then we'll find this out for certain. Because, you know, for console players especially, you don't want to be stuck at just doing... You don't want to be stuck at just doing the carting. You want to have the option to do the harvesting as well with some of the smaller equipment. I mean, obviously you can buy the bigger one, and then it's pretty pointless at that point anyway, because you're obviously using the bigger harvester, and yeah, it's straightforward. But first impressions, I actually do like it overall. There's a lot of equipment been added. I do like the Fiat Agri especially. I love the idea of having new crops that work on all maps. I can go on Court Farm now, and this will be there, and obviously there's a really nice harvester to do it anyways. You're not technically stuck. It's just, yeah, it'd be nice to have the option to not rely solely on a worker if you're not playing on PC. Because on PC I could just have a follow me mod on right now, and I could just enable it to follow from the left hand side at a certain distance. Or you could even have, you know, courseplay set up, so that's not an issue. So let's go back to the premium expansion. We'll work our way from what we're obviously going to use. We're going to be using this big thing, so we'll get one of them. I'll lease that out. We're also going to try this one out. And there's also the one that looks like it does more, but it's cheaper. Don't know why. I haven't got a clue. There'll be a good reason for it. And then, is this a harvester as well? It is. It is. Now that looks like it can contain some. So that holds 5,500. So that's really good, because obviously you can hold some stop, go to your trailer that's on the side. So we'll also try that one out. And I think then there is... Which one's the one we're using? We're using that one. So let's see what this one does. There we go. We've got plenty to try out. Plenty of them. Let's try it with the Fiat Agri. I know some of these are probably going to be a bit too big. Might have to get another tractor in, but let's try this one now. Ooh, I keep thinking that's the part to attach on. Right, so let's have a quick look at this then. So I can unfold this one. Now that is cool. Does that one do that? I don't think it does, you know. I don't think you can have a pallet onto that one. I think that is for someone to drive alongside you. Yeah, I think that is, because you can see the one attachment where the tractor would go. But then this one now, if we spawn in here, I'm finding this bloody interesting as hell, I am. I really am. So if we just spawn in a couple of these, and let's try and actually back this up properly, because this is pretty cool. I do like this one, and this is actually, I'm sure this is a cheaper option, but it means you can do it solo. So well done to Giants, straight away, well done to Giants, because they've not restricted players. I'm not sure if I've done something wrong there. Let me just have a look at the other side of that. Nope. There is a few crazy things going on, I'll be honest. Definitely early days, but let's just press that button again. So it says here, so I'm just pressing right on the D-pad right now, but with L1. So L1 or left back, depending on what, if you're playing on a controller. Do you want to buy new boxes to fill? Yes. So you have to buy them, which is a bit strange because I can't back up and lift that up. So that is a bit strange, but it works. Let's just see how much we can put into this now. And I do like it as a feature. I do, because then when you get, obviously, back to the farm, you've just got to have a trailer, a load of boxes that we pick up with a pallet fork, I imagine. And Bob's your uncle. Let's drop this down, and off we go. And now we should be taking in the parsnips. They should. I know this box is just sitting there. We'll shoot that off in a second. It's weird how you can buy them individually like that, but you can't pick them up. I've got something stuck as an animation there as well. I've got some nettles we've picked up. I don't even know. But we are doing alright. We're doing alright so far. There is no animations on this though. Like you can see there's no animations coming up for me at the moment into the box. It is filling it up, I think. This is very strange. I'm getting a few bugs. I am getting a few bugs here. Right, so I'm just going to save the game and jump out again because I've got some definite issues with this. Like, I've got no icons. I can't scroll in and out on... So I've obviously got myself a little bug going on here. So if I just save the game, jump out, we'll jump back in again, and then we'll see if that fixes it. Like I said, I haven't really got any mods going on. Just the base game ones, and I've got store delivery. I've got easy dev. I think I might have additional game settings as well. So there is a few, but nothing major that's going to cause me to have any problems like that. But it's just weird how all my icons on the map went. So there was something that was going on in that tractor that it just didn't like. So we'll have a look. So if we jump, he stopped for some reason. That's just, I think, the base game worker. So it didn't even save. It didn't actually even save. So even though I saved the game from here, you can see it hasn't even saved that. That's crazy. Never had that before. Never had that before. So we're going to get rid of this one again, because we know already that that's a no-go, right? It needs a trailer. And we're going to just spawn in one now. This is mental. Right, so it's working now. It's happy. It is definitely happy now. So if we can unfold the top lifter, we can buy new boxes, and that's our new option. So if we buy a box, you can see what we're doing now. It's got 0 at the bottom. Everything's good. No problem. And then obviously we can get to harvest. So that was just a weird bug that I found somehow. I don't know what set it off. I'm not sure. And we can see the animations as well now, which is good. I wonder if I've actually got VCA. I wonder if it was VCA that did this. Is this set to 1? Snap angle is to 1. Detect width. We'll clear that and go. Let me just see if I've done that right. I don't think I'm on the perfect path for that. There we go. That should be good now. Right, so it's happened again. You can see that it's stuck, the animation has. So that is strange. So I'm going to just jump out the game. I'm going to see what it is. I'm going to see if it's VCA. If it is VCA, then we know that that's the problem I'm having. Maybe it just needs a bit of an update since the update. And if not, well, I'm sure we can get by without VCA anyway. So let's hope that it is that issue. But I'll make sure. I'll just do a bit of testing so this video doesn't keep going on and on. Find out if it is just this item or VCA or something. Right, everybody, welcome back. I've done a little bit of... well, detective work is probably the best thing to say. Now, I've removed every mod, bar the easy dev, because I need that for, obviously, when I'm recording and stuff like that. It helps me out. obviously with adding money and stuff like that. And I've also kept it in store deliveries. Now, it's working fine so far. I tried a new piece of kit. You can see this one we're using now, happily running before I had the same issue. So I think I looked at the mods I had installed, and I had a few more than I originally thought, and I just put in some of the shop sorting mods. So I think there's like 2 that just sort the shop out, kind of like organize it better. I also had VCA, so vehicle control add-on, and I got rid of additional game settings. They're the only really ones that I got rid of because I didn't have many at all. Now, obviously, one of them, with it being brand new, coming out today, just needs probably a little bit of an update. So in the meantime, yeah, there is a few mods out there that are obviously causing these issues, but I'm glad I found them. I'm glad I've used them as well because, yeah, it's good to know. It's good to know. Now, I'm glad I've also got crop destruction off because I'm interested to know, and we'll test this out. What do we need to really drive back up to the top of the field? And crop destruction is on. So, really, that should do damage. But it hasn't been. So, yeah, we are not doing crop destruction. Even though we've got big tyres on. So, that is good to know. But yeah, I've got no GPS now, so we're going to have to just kind of manually do it. But I do like this one. This is the second one we've tried out. We will go back to the first one because, you know, we didn't fully test it out. But it holds, it seems like it's holding, I'm going to guess around 5,000 litres. And the good thing about this is then we can bring a trailer up to the side of it. And, you know, as you can see, you can just put pipe out like that. Which I probably shouldn't have done so soon. But I just got impatient. Let's do it right at the end because it's probably going to be full. And we can get another tractor in here with a trailer. Because the one we did bring up is actually back at the farm because I had to start again. It wasn't actually saving when I was saving the game. It was a weird bug that was. Definitely a weird one. So you can see that we're now just about to get to 5,500. So no point obviously doing any more of that. We can just get this into the position to tip. Now, I originally mentioned that obviously Giants made it so you had to, you know, you didn't want it for console players where they couldn't use it alone, but that's completely wrong. Like, they've given a lot of different options here. So, yeah, I was wrong on that one. I have to hold my hands up and say I needed to wait and jump instead of jumping the gun. I needed to try out the equipment because, yeah, you can see that these are, well, pretty much spot on, aren't they? There's no issue at all with these. Just trying to think what trailer to get because we probably want a bit of a bigger one. This is root crop stuff after all. We have got a big JCB as well. We've got to think what can go under. So maybe that. Maybe that's 34,000. Let's get that. And it's a dolly again. I'm obviously testing myself here with all these dollies. But no, going back to the equipment, there is multiple types. There's the ones that we can use with obviously the wooden crate that obviously fills up, which is nice because then if you know you've got a trailer like a flatbed trailer at the edge of the field, you can just get a bit of a forklift going on and fill the trailer up with all these boxes, and we'll go into that. We'll try it out now on the next one. Let's just unload this first. Bit of parsnips. We are going to need to take these, aren't we? So we're not just going to get rid of them. We are going to need to take them to the sell point. Right, so that one I'm happy with. Don't need to try that out now. We just need to drop it off here. So this is the original one. This is the one that we found the problem with. Now we're going to do this properly this time. We're going to get a box. We're going to put it there. Get through this field and we're going to start harvesting, and obviously the animations won't freeze on us, they'll carry on, everything will work fine, and yeah, it was definitely a mod conflict. But I just want to find out how much this box holds and then how to obviously eject the box, you could say, from the, should I lift that up? Yeah, eject the box from this kind of like harvester, and then, you know, can you just drive it to the end, or does it automatically eject? Will it stop you? Because it'd be nice if you can just move it to the end of the field, then eject it, and then obviously carry on from there. It'd take a long time once it do this field. It really would with these parsnips when you've got such a small kit like this. I mean, but look at that. That's a definite brilliant addition by Giants, having that kind of option. And them animations there of it just drawing up from the ground and lifting it up is pretty cool. I think we're picking up 2 rows here somehow. I know we can only technically do the one, because you can see that we're not harvesting the one, are we? We're just a little bit too much over. GPS would be perfect for this, and we could put VCA back on. It might not even be that one. So I'll probably try that next episode just to see if it is. See if it is that one. I say about 2,000, maybe 2,000 litres. Is that what we're going to call it? Around 2,000 litres I'll hold in this. We're just getting to 1,500, so I'd say probably about that. But we'll definitely fill it up, and then we'll go to the next bigger piece of kit. And that's what I want to do. I want to make sure before... I know this video has been going on for quite some time now, and it has. I've been going about, what, close to an hour, I think. Maybe around that. I'm hoping it won't be too much longer, because I do appreciate everyone tuning in, especially when it's an hour episode and watching the videos. But I just want to at least try out the majority of the equipment whilst doing this, whilst in the field. We might finish on the big one, do a bit of a time lapse, I'd say. But let's just get this box filled up first and worry about that after. So yeah, you can see that it's now kind of like filled up. So what I'm going to do is just go over here. We'll put it down. We'll bring the F1 menu back up, and we'll see what it's got an option. So we can see there with Z, so unload boxes, which is obviously on keyboard. If we wait a second, you can see that it's up on the kind of like D-pad with the Xbox controller. So I think now we just drive off, and there you go. So you've got the box all sorted. So that is pretty cool. Wow. That looks bloody brilliant. That is crazy. If that's what I think it is, that's impressive. That's really impressive. So let's get lined up and let's load boxes. Can we buy a new box? Oh my god, yeah, look. So, but you can load up boxes, so if we wanted to buy them, we can reuse these boxes. So we just bought, what, 4 boxes? And if we turn it on, I actually really like this. I know it's only the one row that we're picking up, but this is obviously going to allow us to hold a lot more before we need to tip. And again, it depends. Do you want to do it in trailer? Do you want to do it in a box format? If you've got like a bit of an auto-load trailer for pallets, that'd be really good, because you can see we're filling up these boxes as we're going. And the conveyor looks like it's dead smart that it's actually tipping into the box. And I imagine when that one's full, so around 2,000 litres, it's going to move to the next box. That is impressive. So what's that, 10,000 litres there? Nope, sorry, 8, can't do math. I think there should be a last one on that end though. But we're gonna have to fill these up now just to see. Yeah, just to see what it looks like when they're all full and how it unloads. I imagine we tip it from the back. It looks like they kind of roll off the back and we can unload to the front. But we'll have to just test that out, won't we? So I think what I'll do, because obviously I don't want this to go on for crazy time, I'll make sure I fill up these boxes now. I'll get them all full up, and then I'll cut back in just before we need to empty them or unload them off. And we'll actually have a look to see how it works. Right, so we're getting close to it filling up. I have to say this is my favourite one so far. It really is. I just think it's so clever, the way it comes in. Giants have done such a good job of the animations as well. But you can see that it's like dropping into different crates. And that last one, we're on the verge, aren't we? We're on the verge of this filling up. So we need to make sure we stop. There we go. So you can see the boxes now kind of filled up, kind of moved up, didn't they? So let's drop them off over here. Yeah, this is my favourite one. It's been brilliant, this one has. It's been fun to use. It's obviously slow going, but it's fun. It is definitely fun. So, unload boxes. That's what we want to do. Just trying to think, will they go to the front or the bottom? I know we can load them up a different way, but let's go unload boxes. Maybe we can just move forward a bit slowly just to help it. And there we go. Look at that. And there's 4 boxes of parsnips. As easy as that. So we can lift the platform back up. We could load boxes by dropping it down and pressing triangle. And I think what we can do is just kind of drive over them. But obviously we haven't got them kind of boxes. But we can purchase them. So that is an option. But let's go try out this last one. And then I'm going to do the field on a time lapse with the big harvester. We're going to get that one out. But I just want to try this one out. Now I'm glad that they all work, and it was something on my end with a mod conflict. I'm glad. I was worried at one point, thinking I'd done something. But I think this one's going to be, again, one where I need a worker to the side of me. Which obviously, if you have got a worker, this is perfectly, it's perfect. It makes the job a lot easier to do. Yeah, harvester required, trailer to overload. So yeah, this is going to be one that we're stuck with. So what we'll do is we'll part this up, get into the big one, start that off, and then I think going forward, I'm either going to use the big one or I'm going to use the one that's got the boxes on, because I really like that. I really do like this one. So I'm going to keep that one. Let's have a look at our leased out ones, which is this one. So we can return that. Jobs are good. And fair piece of kit. Fair piece of kit. So let's unfold. It's a mammoth machine. Is this another one where I need a harvester? Because if it is, that's crazy. I'm hoping it isn't. I'm hoping it can store. Yeah, it does. That is such a shame. See, the potato ones and the beet ones, they hold on. They actually hold on. So yeah, we're gonna have to get a worker to do this. We really are. So what we'll have to do is get into this and yeah, help along the way. I'll see if I can get follow me to work. If it does, then for the next episode we'll make sure that we're at least doing this. Now we are going 5 miles an hour at the moment. I just want to try and sync up. I haven't got the mod on that it's just one button that allows me to sync. And we are driving through the crop, but you know what? It'll be alright. We're harvesting away. It's working. Bit of a task though, this is. Definitely. Bit of a task. But the main thing is we're getting it done. We're getting it done and we're following along. So I'll stick it on a bit of time lapse. We'll hopefully get through this field a lot quicker now. And yeah, we'll start thinking what we're going to do with these parsnips.
Saw
Right, welcome back. We've done, I'd say that's just under halfway of that parsnip field. And this is full, so we've got 34,000 litres in this trailer. We've also got, what, a crate there, 2,000, and another 8,000 in crates, so that's 10,000. So first impressions is it's just as good when it comes to crop yield as it, you know, the same with potatoes and sugar beets. It's going to give off a lot. But I think the final thing we'll do in this episode, because it has a bit of a crazy one. It's been a proper crazy one with problems that I found, mod conflicts, which is probably to be expected. That's why I tried to not activate many mods anyway. But I think the best thing to do is go and drop off this at one of the production facilities. So I'm going to choose the preserved foods. I think this is probably the best one for the first load. And then the second load we'll go and take to where we can make soup. And we're going to try that out. Definitely going to try it out. I think the crates will just sell directly, the ones we've done. But these parsnips, let's drop them off. We'll activate it as well, we'll get it going. And then I think, yeah, that's a good point to end the first episode on. We're going to make sure we try everything out by the time we finish this mini-series. But yeah, let's get this activated and started. So we want preserved food parsnip. And we want to activate that, get it going. And we should get some pallets pop out. In the next episode, I will try and get VCA back on, because that'll help me a lot. I'll also try and see if we can get Follow Me on, so we can try out the harvesters instead of using the worker. And then I might have a look just to see if there's an auto load for pallets, just to see if that's working all right as well. That'll be good to know. So, first impressions. I have to be honest, I really like this. I think this expansion is spot on. It's added in 3 really good crops. I'm really happy with them adding carrots in finally, because I feel like we've wanted that for a while. The equipment is really good. It's impressive. Obviously can't fault it because it's made by giants anyway, but it's obviously new. The whole way that it's harvested into them boxes and everything, the crates, is a new kind of style for me, and I really like it. I think it's definitely a good addition for the amount of money that it's cost, and with it being included in the year 2 season pass, I think it's made that really worthwhile now. And the VIII Agri stuff like that's really good. The map itself isn't too bad, don't get me wrong, but I think for me, I'd be buying this premium expansion for the equipment and the crops more than I would the map, just because I feel like the giants maps, the farmyards are always lacking. I feel like we need a bigger, better farmyard. I really do. But overall, I'd give this a big thumbs up and well done to Giants, because it's added a lot of new features to the game. So if anyone's waiting for my recommendation, I really do recommend this. But if you aren't decided yet, make sure you carry on watching the episodes. I will try my best to make as many of these. We'll get through all the features so you can see for yourself, and then you can obviously make a judgment at the end to see if it's worth the paying. I think it's about £20 or something like that, or maybe like £15, £16, $20 for the expansion itself. But like I said, first impressions for me, I really like it. So on that note, I am going to leave the video there. Thanks for watching, I really do appreciate it. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, because that does help my channel out. And if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator.